Well, the night was Uber driving from hell. The cell phone connection went out twice in the middle of rides. Wasted a few hours. I did finally get my 40th trip in to get my $100 bonus for the week, Monday through Thursday. Big 12 tournament, snowstorm. I don't know what makes the network connection go out. Big 12 tournament downtown. Well, at Arrowhead, the connection freezes up sometimes after a Chiefs game or a concert because it's so busy. But there was cloud cover. I don't know what the hell was screwed up. So hazing. Let's see now. I was hazed or hazed, verbally harassed, threatened when I was 16 at Woolworths, at Metcalf South, and at Merrill Lynch on Metcalf when I was 16. My family had money at Merrill Lynch. I was instructed to go in there by my family. Um, some people say, well, there's nothing wrong with going into Merrill Lynch. And I was like, well, who says there's anything wrong? Why am I being told I can't go in there? Well, there are other people who get told they can't go in there. You don't understand. Well, I'm one of those people who gets told I can't go in there, so it's not acceptable. So hazing, shit, they're murderers. Fuck, hazing. You know, snot-nosed punks from college at Oklahoma State, Purdue. Hazing, they're murderers. They need to be taken out and executed in the street. Anybody who walks in there and they start fucking telling them they can't go in there. Owners can't go in there. Families who have counts can't go in there. Who cares? They don't matter. They all need to be executed out in the street, made examples. I'm right. I was born right. They probably murdered my dad. They've disrespected me. The police back it up. The courthouse judges back it up. They have no credibility. They're all punks. It's not those punks talk about hazing. Shit. They don't know. Fucking stick them in jail for 20 years. Let them think about it. Punks. You're no different than everybody else. Inferior punks want to tell me my degrees don't matter because they got inferior degrees. Put them in prison for 20 years. Let them think about it. Telling me my degrees don't matter. That's a flunk out of kindergarten. They need a 20-year degree in prison. They get out, they got that 20 years spent in jail for being dumbass punks. Owner's an owner, law's the law. I'm supposed to get $5 billion a year. That's not ridiculous. That's just minimum wage for me with my degrees and test scores. And all the punks who snot knows about that, well, they don't work for free, do they? They own private businesses. They got a business license. Well, good for you. Where's my business license for my privately owned hedge fund? It's been fucked up by these Merrill Lynch punks and the police and courthouse to back up the bullshit and the disrespect and Topeka at the securities office. So, I'm right. I was born right. And all the dumbass punks who start snot nosing about shit, let's just get on national TV and discuss this shit. Merrill Lynch, you owe me $1 trillion. An owner's an owner, the law's the law. It's $1 trillion for disrespecting that. And you're no different than everybody else. That's $5 billion a year in paychecks since kindergarten because you're flunks out of kindergarten and you disrespected my degrees because you're no different than everybody else. So when your representative, who's the manager, says degrees don't matter, you're all flunks out of kindergarten. You're all going to be executed. So you better get rid of that punk who's fucking calling the cops on people like me and telling me my degrees don't matter. Put him out in the street, dead man. Put him in the street and say, we executed the punk. We can't stand him. He's bringing hell on everybody. And this punk is just causing World War III in these fucking offices, civil wars. And everybody's life is at risk because of this fucking punks. And the Topeka punks who fucking tell me my degrees don't matter. Hand me $1 trillion, punks. Smith Barney, Payne Weber, same fucking thing. Payne Weber's manager gave me a test, said he started out at Merrill Lynch like Merrill. Well, Merrill Lynch should have fucking treated me 100% correctly when I was 16. And they murdered my dad. Had to look like Steele's identity. They've accused me of fiction and lies. They're gossip fucking idiots. They're in competition, so they don't like me and they do whatever they can. They all need to be taken out in the streets and executed and confiscate their money. And minimum wage for me is $5 billion a year. Maximizing stock owner value. They don't maximize stock owner value. I maximize stock owner value. The company called me. Minimum wage for me is now $5 billion a year. They're murderers. They've disrespected me. It's not acceptable. Smith Barney, Kansas City, Merrill Lynch is the go-to number. Well, they've disrespected me. Their board of directors has never responded to me since this first happened about 1987. Video Corner. They dragged me out of there. Some girl says Video Corner. So they knew who I was. Well, Video Corner was out of my portfolio. It was sold. It's some Arthur Anderson accountant who went bankrupt within a year. And my financial analysis was 100% correct. I mean, it wasn't going to do anything this other owner said, just reinforce my dad was an idiot and a fraud, a murderer, identity thief, look-alike. So he told me, I'm not supposed to follow the law. I'm not a lawyer. Don't go to law school. Don't tell anybody your degrees. They'll laugh at you. He became such an idiot, I couldn't believe it. He was such an idiot in Video Corner, I couldn't believe it. He wasn't treating me like an owner. He was an idiot. He invited me, asked me to become an owner investor. Well, I think he should have said, you're going to become a silent investor. You're not going to have anything to do with the business. You're just going to hand me money, and I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to with it. Because that's his attitude. He was such a fucking idiot. It's unbelievable. When people buy stock in a public company, they are silent owners, aren't they? They don't have anything to do with that. Are they talking to the board of directors and chairman every day to discuss how the business runs and how it works? No. I mean, the whole theory and concept or everything, it's all just a bunch of bullshit. Paycheck presidents, $5 billion a year. That's minimum wage for me, past due since kindergarten for every year. And maximizing stock owner value. Let's just get on national TV and apply that to Merrill Lynch and Smith Barney and Payne Weber and discuss it nationally on television. See, we'll go back to everything since I was 16 years old here in Johnson County, Kansas City, Missouri. And all the look-alike murder, identity theft crap, gossip, lies, frauds, setups. That's all I've fucking been around. I passed the first semester of engineering at Oklahoma State. Some of these dumbass punks from Oklahoma State act like that's everything and all that matters. No. Shawnee Mission South and ACT score matters just as much as anything. Oklahoma State matters. Engineering, I didn't take pussy-ass kindergarten level classes. Purdue, top rank Purdue, simply as good as it gets, most difficult in the world. All that stuff matters, and it's all full of crap and fraud, and I'm right. I have to get $1 trillion for every incident of disrespect to my ownership. Every person involved with that executed in the street, and my minimum wage is $5 billion a year. That's the way God intended it. The God and the physics. Oh, talk about physics. The universe, physics, E equals MC squared. Well, I live here on planet Earth. I'm just one of the life forms down here, human beings here in America. And the evolution of the planet Earth. And, we've come quite a long way to internet, computer, cameras, video, this thing. I mean, technology's come a long way. My dad said his dad grew up with horse and buggy, and he saw spaceship land on the moon. And all the computer stuff's evolved. I can just sit here with my laptop and do this and put it on the internet and web pages on Facebook. And I mean, it's evolving tremendously. It's like minimum wage is now $5 billion a year for me. That's evolved from, it used to be 20, 30,000 a year, seemed to be a big deal. That's 20, 30,000 a minute's a big deal.